Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to Dragon Quest VIII. Today we're taking on the Divine Dragon, who is a large pain in the butt. He has 9,470 hit points. He can do up to 3 actions per round, throw desperate attacks, summon waves of ice, breathe cold breath, use your words, and build tension. This guy basically encompasses all of the absolute worst attacks of all of the previous dragons, and is very, very difficult. Fortunately, by this point, you should be used to fighting these dragons, kind of knowing what to expect on a baseline. Everything you've done up till now should have prepared you for the knowledge that you're going to have to constantly revive the person in your first slot, and your second slot, and just deal with the disappointment of losing any built-up tension, buffs, anything like that you have. So, first things first, how do you survive? Well, I recommend you keep something to mitigate the cold breath on your party. Now, I don't think it is required to keep it up on everyone in your party, because honestly he kills people so much that would be a full-time job. But what I found really works is keeping it up. It's not too hard either, is keeping something to mitigate the cold breath, whether it's Insolotl or the Ice Shield, on Jessica and Angelo. And the reason I do this is because it is theoretically possible for him to build tension and then breathe the cold breath and just murder you. Now, if you've got full hit points, the hero and Yangus, they might survive, but I don't think Jessica or Angelo would. I think Angelo would, because he's got hella good breath protection at this point. You saw he only took like 88 points from that cold breath. So, what do you do to kill this guy? Well, do what you did for the first couple of dragons. Hit him with physical attacks. This guy does not have nearly as much in the way of defense as the previous dragons did. So what you can do, even though you cannot sap him, is you can still beat him up with your physical attacks. I would recommend that you put oomph on your main character if you can keep him alive, which I'm having a little trouble doing, and then just have him use the tension from the Timbrels, the 2 Timbrels, and have him Dragon Slash every single round. Everyone else, pretty much unless they're doing something else more important, such as reviving somebody or anything like that, you want to have them wait till they hit 50. And then when they hit 50, then just have them go to town. Use your most powerful move. I had Yangus there use Parallax, because for some reason, every single time I use Typhoeus Maul, it misses. And I'm just disgusted with that move. I don't know if I'm just getting incredibly unlucky or what, but it just misses. So that said, just use your best attacks whenever one of your other characters reaches 50 tension. Another good use of your tension, for Angelo at least, is to save it for multi-heals, to save it for if you want that extra defense, you can use it with Kabuff. I think I end up using it pretty much exclusively in this battle for attacking. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for this boss. You want to oomph up your main attacker and just have him go to town every turn, while 2 of your other characters are using the Timbrels to kind of give him tension. And then when your other characters reach a sufficient level to where you want to use their tension, then let it rip with their most powerful physical attacks. That's pretty simple. It's just a matter of executing it, you know. I've talked about this before, but I think the key to winning these dragon battles is playing defensively and piling on incremental damage. You want to prioritize your character's health, but you also want to kind of attack every chance you get. You know, you don't have to do those big, gigantic 100 tension hits. Like, I end up getting 100 tension here by accident. I wasn't actually going for that. But, hey, I'll take it. So, let me see here. I used full heal. The great thing about full heal and omni heal is they don't use your tension. Look at that. That's a really good hit. 1800, I'll take it. I'm getting kind of lucky. This boss is not concentrating his hits on people. Like, I had a real problem with the last couple of bosses. They would hit somebody and then they'd immediately hit them again. So, like, I would survive by the skin of my teeth, and then I would either get you know, like they'll do some attack all move, or they'll physical attack the same person. So, like, kind of like what would have happened there if I hadn't healed up. Like, I'm getting extremely lucky here. Like, I just want you to know that this boss is taking it pretty easy on me, even though he's just, you know, murdering one person a turn, or at least he was at the beginning of the battle. I don't know why I end up like this in these boss battles. I always struggle at the beginning, but you get to about the midway point, and I hit this stride where the boss either just, like, people survive easier, I guess, and I start piling on the damage. So the first half of these battles is always a desperate struggle for survival, and then the last half of this is just me slaying the dragon. So, what I like to do with Angelo in this battle is if he's not healing, then just have him cast Oomph on people. You know, even if you don't use it right away, assuming he doesn't just outright murder somebody, they'll have that Oomph in place for the next time they get ready to use their tension. Which I think it really pays off here because Jessica reached 100. And Angelo has all that tension, and he can do that multi-heal, which makes it almost as good as omni-heal. Look at that, 1,500, 1,600 points of damage. 1,200 points of damage. Look at that. And he's down. So let's get our final prize. So that's the fight with the Divine Dragon. Now, what is the last reward? Well, it's the Dragovian Sword. The Dragovian Sword is not that good, because the Falcon Blade exists, and the Dragon Sword, the Dragon Slayer, and all that is more useful. But it does have some things going for it. If you combine it with the Liquid Metal Sword, you get the, I think it's the True Dragovian Sword, and that has the most attack power of any sword in the game. The Dragovian Sword also, if you use it as an item, it casts Zap, which might be useful if you use the upgraded Dragovian Sword as an item. It casts Kazap, though. So, woo. I think you're better off using the Falcon Blade if you went swords, honestly. So, we have one more fight to go. Even though he says there are no more trials, there is one more battle. And we will do that next time for the most intense super boss in any Dragon Quest game. Like, it's pretty bonkers, you guys.